Welcome to the PSQSPS channel. In this series of videos, we discuss how we can integrate artificial intelligence into our software test automations. In the previous video, we have discussed what are the key elements that is come up with software test automation with AI. That is, we discuss what is the LLM, large language model, and what is the prompt, what do you mean by a prompt, and how we can fire a prompt on top of LLM, how we can generate content using the LLMs, and what do you mean by an agent, how we can get rid of that, and what do you mean by an MCP, model context protocol, and what is the usage of having the GitHub Copilot, and that sort of things we were discussed. Please refer the previous video if you want to get into know something more on that. So from this video onwards, let's discuss how we can integrate GitHub Copilot into our IDE. In this example, we are going to demonstrate one script which is written using Playwright along with the GitHub Copilot. Therefore, Python is selected as the scripting language here. I'm going to use PyCharm as my IDE. So this is PyCharm. I have installed PyCharm in my local machine, so I have opened that. So in this example, let's see how we can integrate GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot is the AI assistant that we are going to use in order to generate our test scripts. So GitHub Copilot can be used into this IDE as a plugin. Let's see how we can get to install that plugin into our IDE. So in my PyCharm, I'm going to click on File, Settings, then after that you have to click on this plugin. So after that, just type GitHub Copilot here. So this is the plugin that you want to select and install that plugin. Since I have already installed this plugin, this comes under the installed category, so I have already installed this one. This is nothing complex, very straightforward. If you are not installed with this GitHub Copilot, one install button will be appeared in here. It's just a matter of click on that install button. That will be getting installed in your IDE automatically. So since I have installed this GitHub Copilot plugin in my machine, so I'm not going to demonstrate that part. So once you install that plugin, you will be seeing this sort of icon in here. Once that installation is successful, GitHub Copilot chat is available. And before using that GitHub Copilot chat, you have to click on this icon here. Why? Because you have to log into the GitHub before using this one. In my previous video, I have mentioned that GitHub account should be there in order to use this GitHub Copilot. Why? Because GitHub Copilot is going to retrieve that set of sample codes from the GitHub repositories. GitHub is a kind of a large repository which is available in the cloud, which consists of large number of source codes. So in order to generate the code or a fixed code or something like that, the GitHub Copilot will refer that particular large repository which is available in the cloud. So in order to do that, you should be having GitHub account as a prerequisite. So since I have already having that GitHub login, I'm click on this one. So it will be having this sort of window After click on login screen, here you can see one device code is appeared in here. You just copy that by clicking on this icon and just click on copy and open. After that will navigate into one GitHub URL here. So you just click on continue button and just paste the copied value here. Continue. Authorized GitHub. Yeah. In that way, that will establish that verification, and once that particular pin is entered into that opened URL, that will authorize the access to that GitHub in this PyCharm. So now I have successfully logged into this GitHub in here. Now you can see I have logged, and green color tick button is appeared in here. Okay. Now if you click on this open chat window, that will open a separate window. Like this. Yeah, it is open like this. So this is my previously open chat window, so let me open the chat again. Yeah, likewise. The visibility of this window can be adjusted using this. Click on this 3 dot view mode, docked into pin, in the sense that will be appeared one side of this PyCharm IDE itself. Okay, now we can have GitHub Copilot in this PyCharm IDE itself, so we can talk each other. Now let's see how we can use this GitHub Copilot while writing the code in this PyCharm. So let me create one example like this. So I'm going to create a Python file, the script. I will name it as test Copilot demo. This is my sample test file. So let's see how we can write a simple code in here. So I'll create here. I will start writing a code to log in into a particular website, and to demonstrate that how we can automate the functionality of the login page of a particular web page. So before starting this scripting, we need to get the particular functions get imported into this script from a particular module, like from playwright sync API, so I'm going to import this sync playwright functions from this sync playwright sync API module. So that is how we can get use of that particular functions, get imported to this particular script. And after importing that thing, I will define a particular method. I will name it as test example test login. Likewise, and you guys can see that once I click on that enter button, that will suggest set of piece of codes which can be used for our test scripting, that is come up with the Github Copilot. So that is what that test is automatically getting generated. So if this piece of code is acceptable, we can straight away use that piece of code. Otherwise, we can override that particular statement and we can write our own piece of code. So here I'm going to use this part as well with sync playwright. If you click on tab, that particular suggested code will be pasted in here. So sync with sync playwright as playwright. I will take that particular statement as well. Why? Because that will ensure that particular opening and closing of the playwright instance happening properly. So that is a required statement here. So I am going to use that one part as well. And after that, I need to open up and launch the browser. Here I am going to use the Playwright Chromium version in headless mode. So if you want to make it appeared in headed mode, you can edit this statement. So here I will edit this statement. Browser equals playwright Chromium launch. So I need to appear that particular UI here, so I am going to make it as false, since I need to make that particular browser to be appeared while running. False, and I will put a slow movement in here, basically 500 milliseconds. There should be capital here. Okay, and I need to open up a new page, browse a new page. That is the function that you have to call upon, and that page that I am going to refer here is this one. This is the suggested page, so that is not the page that I am going to refer into this example. So this is the example web page that I am going to demonstrate in here. So here you can see username and password, two fields are there. If you inspect the username field, you can find a operator like name. Underneath this property, username property is there. If you click on the password, you can find password name field is there. So those are the two locators that I'm going to use in order to demonstrate this script. So let's see how we can do that. Okay. After logging into this web page, I'm going to print the page title. That is how we can get the page title here. See, all these things are getting suggested automatically with the help of GitHub Copilot. How that GitHub Copilot will do that thing is that will refer into that large number of codes available in the GitHub repository that will propose the matching most suitable suggestions in front of our cursor. So if we are okay to use that particular suggestions, we can continue by click on the tab. Otherwise we can override the suggested line. That is what it is getting very easy when we are using GitHub Copilot, when we are doing the scripting. Okay, now my next attempt here is I'm going to fill the username part. So by clicking on that enter button itself, that will suggest the next line. Page fill input name username at when I was inspecting this page, that is the property that I was thinking of having that I was thinking of having this name part into my script. So by along with this suggestion, you can see the same property have been used in this script. So that is very much easy nowadays when we are writing this script. So I will click on the tab. So the particular statement will be typed in here automatically. That means in the sense I can use different word. As the password, I can type whatever the values that I am planning to enter into the password field as well, likewise. So that's all that I'm going to enter in this example. So I'm not going to click on the submit button for the time being, and so after this one I will close the browser, and in order to make it impacted, so I need to use this part as well. If name equals main, the test login, that is the method that I'm going to run as the main method. Okay, if I run this piece of code by right click on this script and press on run test copilot here, that will open up the browser like this, and username and password will be typed automatically, and browser is going to be getting closed. That is how we can generate code using GitHub Copilot by writing the test scripts in an IDE. The next line of this particular code is going to be generated with the help of Github Copilot like this. That is how we can generate the code. That is called vibe coding. So in the next video, how we can see, if I run this piece of code where I click on this script and press on run test copilot here, that will open up the browser like this, and username and password will be typed automatically, and browser is going to be getting closed. That is how we can generate code using GitHub Copilot by writing the test scripts in an IDE. So the next line of this particular code is going to be generated with the help of GitHub Copilot like this. That is how we can generate the code. That is called vibe coding. So that is what that I'm going to demonstrate during this video. In the next video, let's see how we can fix the code if is there any error within this piece of code. So how we can fix them automatically with the help of GitHub Copilot. That is called auto healing. So see you in the next video.